Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at FX market overview. Looks like we've been doing for a couple of weeks now. As you can see to the upper right of my screen, we are going to be looking at the dollar index, euro dollar, USD JPY, AUD JPY, GBP AUD, UK 100, USD CAD, Euro AUD, Euro CHF, Euro NZD, GBP CAD, gold, and CAD JPY. So we've actually looked at quite a number of these assets last week. So in last week recording, that was December 2nd, I think so. I spoke about quite a number of these pairs. So this call this week is just going to be a review of price action, what has happened within the space of when made the recording last week, Saturday, I think so, or Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so what price action has happened? Has price gotten into the anticipated target? What happened? Right. So we're going to be looking at each of these pairs and try to see if they have played out. And then if we've gotten anyone that's played out, we remove them from watch list. And then we focus on the remaining ones that are not. That's the first one being dollar index. So for DXY, like I said, I'm still really anticipating. I want to see how this month is going to close. Right, it's been we've had up and downs here. So January, February, March, price consolidated, and the price went up, broke structure, and then price came all the way back down. And this is the last month of the year. Price came back into the demand supply area, and we can already start to see some bullish price action. So the monthly candle now is presently bullish. As you can see to the right, we have about 19 days, 7 hours for this candle to close and go into the new year candle. That's January 2024 candle. So I'm really excited about that. So from what I can see here, I said before, price is bullish and we have this higher high. Price is most likely giving us a higher low sustainable. In the bullish market, we want to see price. When the price is coming down, gives us a slow low, gives us a slow high, slow low, and then broke structure as a higher high, higher low, and a higher high. This is naturally what should happen. The market structure in a bullish market price can give a higher high, a higher low, and then a higher high. So going by market structure, simply just market structure, we should see price go all the way to the upside of the goal. Right, but then this is going to be dependent on quite a number of factors, not only market structure. We have to put some fundamentals in place. We have to put some other things we're going to be looking at to see if price is going to go. The dollar index actually gain value over time, right? So yeah. So for now, the monthly time frame, we are presently bullish and anticipating that dollar index is going to remain good, right? So we want price to leave this area. Remember, in the last, I think, last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks recording, I was talking about price coming back, coming down to 50% of the entire range. That's the equilibrium of the range. And then price came down there, and you can see it's rejecting now. So I'm still going to be anticipating, watching the dollar index. What's it going to do? Right. So now going to the weekly time frame now. Same thing on the weekly. We can see, we had quite a number of imbalances. I mean, the only imbalance that was actually really present into 1 year, and then we had 1 year. And then the next imbalance I see is this one way down in this area. Right, so this is the next imbalance within that range. I'm saying that has not been played yet. So you can see we have this imbalance that has not been filled, and this imbalance also happens to line up with a very strong demand and supply area. As you can see, we have a very strong demand and supply. Here we had demand here, we had demand here. Price sold down hard, took out the liquidity that was resting in this area, and then after that, price went all the way to the upside, aggressive. Right. So in this area now we have all the way to this area. We have demand, 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 and demand in this area also. And it just happens to be the same area where we have imbalance left that has not been filled. um, within the range. But this is the top range and this is the down range. Price has gotten to 50% already, and could just start to go up from here. It's possible it's gotten to 50%, even way below 50% of the entire range. I think it got to 618. Let me confirm. Seconds, star, 618. But yes, price got to 618, right? Going all the way to the upside. So if at all it's going to come down, then I will be looking at this balance, possibly higher price, because this, but then this is on a weekly time frame, so this definitely is going to be like next year play, 2024, unless we're going to have a very big sell-off on the dollar, take it all the way down. Or I think that's going to happen. Might happen, but I'm not sure. So going down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I can see we have broken structure to the upside, right? Remember that the proof that a higher time frame retracement is coming to an end is that we're going to see some breaker structures in the direction of the lower time frame. So what I'm saying is, if this is the weekly time frame, for example, and we have a higher high on the weekly, it's going to give us a higher low, and then it's going to give us a higher high, right? But now the theory states that when the proof that the higher time frame retracement is coming to an end, that is the retracement at this area is coming to an end, we're going to see the lower time frame break structure in the primary direction. Right. So what I'm trying to say is, if this is the weekly time frame and we go to the daily or the 4 hours, we're going to see price give us a series of what? Lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower high, and lower low, and then price going to break structure. So all of this is going to be happening at that area. So the weekly now is just going to be one very few candles, and then see price start to go up. But on the lower time frame now, we're going to see a change in direction of price, which is giving us a telltale signal that the retracement is most likely coming to an end. This is one of the first things I learned while trading. Because then I remember when I started to trade newly, there's this quest for trying to catch the beginning of the move. Like, how do I know if the retracement is coming to an end? How do I know that the retracement has ended? How do I join the move very early, right? Because this was one of the first things I learned when I was trading smart money, right? That in these areas, you just keep an eye for breaker structures. That's going to give you a telltale sign that retracement is most likely going to come to an end soon. But just like this area, yeah, when the dollar index kept buying on the weekly time frame, we had what a very strong bullish move, and then broke structure at the key area, definitely high low structure. As you can see, ever since then we've been having a series of downtrend. So now looking at this now, on the daily time frame, we have lower low, lower high, and we do have this lower low and lower high, and this and this and this, right? And then now price is broken the structure. You see, now we do have a daily breaker structure on the dollar index. This is also happening at a very key area. See it now, it's happening in a key area. If we come to weekly time frame, we're looking at price projecting off this 50%, came all the way down to 6.1 better, and then coming down to the daily time frame now. This is really cool, right? And you can also see that there's an imbalance here, price projected up. So you can see we do have this imbalance. Price came into the imbalance and gave us that higher price and today. So now in terms of the daily range, now we have this area to be the down range, and we have this area to be the top range. And price price already came down, I think, to 50%. You see, we have percent ready. Yes, so came down 50%, and now price is going all the way back up. So last week we were anticipating for higher price in the dollar index because of EU daily lows to the downside, right? So I had a very busy week. My week was very busy. I mean, I was leaving home very early and coming back very late at night. So I couldn't even look at the market. I couldn't even take a single trade this week. This week I didn't trade at all. But then just looking at, before I started this recording, I just had to go through the pairs I called out, quite a number of them actually moved. This was the euro dollar. We were looking at price taking out the liquidity. This took out the liquidity straight up on Monday. But Monday just came down, boom, went to sweep, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just going down. But then I can remember I wanted to see higher pricing. That was what I called out. I wanted to see price go up a little bit into the steam balance and then give us the distribution. That would have been the high yield play. That's how I would have played it if I was available. But then on Monday, price just went straight for the liquidity, even without coming to the imbalance. Right. And then they have actually been a play Monday that I see some box in this area. Let's go down to 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, that price is coming down. I mean, I would have literally just waited for price to come on to the upside. That's how I like to take my trade. If I'm going to sell, I want to sell a premium. So I would have actually waited, but then I was really busy. I didn't even look at the charts, didn't even go to the office. I was so busy. Yeah, so on the daily time frame now for the dollar index, we have broken structure. Let's see how they've actually swept the liquidity. Price actually swept the liquidity. So we have some highs here, and institutions are taking it out. So Euro USD also swept liquidity, and now it's playing this imbalance, right? So let me see. Uh, I'm not really seeing that clear liquidity like we did last week. So for EU and for DXY, and no trade idea, you're just going to be watching what's going to happen. So if we create the liquidity within as the week unfolds, that's cool, right? But for now, I'm not really seeing anything in the dollar index and EU also. So I'm still going to stick with the last week bias that dollar index continue to go up, give us more rejection, how we're going to send the entire range come into the imbalance beyond. It's going to make more sense. And if it wants to come down more, I'm going to get into this area also. Yeah, so that's for DXY and then EU also. Just going to do the opposite of what the dollar index wants to do. Yeah, and then for USD JPY, oh boy, this asset really moved. On Thursday, we had a very big spike. It's really down some. That's a very, very big move. And it's been going down. We had this equal lows. So I remember calling out this last 2 weeks, right? We had stability that was there. When the price took it out, that was what happened. Came all the way back up, lower high, and then just pretend to go down. Now, on the weekly time frame, we do have these equal highs. Now, there's something I want to explain to you, which you should know by now. It doesn't matter how long it takes, they will definitely come for the liquidity. Okay, I want you to quote me now. Okay, write it down. Doesn't matter how long institutions take to move price. Once they've created the liquidity, they definitely will come for it. A very good example is gold. And I was checking gold earlier. I was like, oh my God. Gold has actually killed it. Like gold took out the liquidity straight up. I remember last week I told you gold was going to go up because of the liquidity. Doesn't matter even though we ended bearish, or this is weekly, the week ended bearish, but just look at the sweep. Straight for the liquidity, very, very clean price action. Price went up, swept the liquidity, and dumped. So this is gold creating all-time highs, now at 21.43, and then quickly dumped to the downside. And then that was it. Gold came for the liquidity. Look at they've been building this liquidity since 2020. The first high was at August 10, 2020. We took price all the way to the downside, created, ICT called sell side liquidity, right? So, yeah. So we have this liquidity to the downside, 8th of March 2021. Came all the way up, came back, created more liquidity, right? That was August 2021. And then price came all the way back up to that area around March of 2022. So all of this from 2020 to 2023. So they took the liquidity to the downside. Next thing was the liquidity to the upside. Very, very clean price action. That was what happened. So it doesn't matter how long the liquidity takes, it will definitely at some point come for it. Very, very, very sure of that. Okay, so now USD JPY also now has equal highs in this area. Prices really moved away from it. Talking about came all the way down to like 1,000 pip away from the liquidity. And then now presently we are at 712 pip away. But now the question is, are they going to come for the liquidity? Yes, they are going to come for the liquidity. When? I don't know. You don't know. We just keep monitoring charts, keep monitoring the assets, have it on the watch list, keep looking at it. Then when it's time, you will know and be a part of it. Right. So, but then looking at the structure, we had this high, we had this low, and we had this high. So even in terms of the present range now, just looking at this area from here to here, I can see that we have this high, higher low, higher high. We can say, okay, US JPY is all the way to the downside again, came into this imbalance in this area. Let's check the monthly time frame to get the imbalance. Came into this institutional queue. White came into the institutional queue and they had a very big rejection. Now coming to the weekly time frame, inside that institutional queue, where we have this imbalance. So to play the imbalance, can mitigate and then price is rejecting. So USD JPY is going to come for the liquidity. I'm not saying this. Maybe it's going to come for it. This is me giving you that 100% assurance that they will, not the may, they will come for the liquidity. It doesn't have to be immediately, but I'm definitely sure it's going to come for it. This has happened so many times. So I know that. So for now, USD JPY, it might continue to sell off, but still they're going to come for the liquidity. Structure is bullish on a weekly time frame. Going down to the daily, we have dailies quite bearish also. And then came into this. Do we have any of the imbalance left? We only have this. Let me see. We have from here to here. That's the only one we have left. And we do have some equal lows in this area. Oh, sorry. Equal lows in this area. Yeah. So this is liquidity now to the upside and liquidity to the downside. So we have liquidity to the upside and we also have liquidity to the downside. Just like gold, right? Gold gave us the liquidity to the downside. Institutions came for the liquidity to the downside and they started to rally price up and then came for the liquidity to the upside. So USD JPY also liquidity to the downside, liquidity to the upside was going to be the play. So just keep an eye. If they're going to come for this liquidity to the downside, yeah, if this downside liquidity is the target, then this area will be a very good entry where we can be looking for possible sell opportunity to the downside. So inside this area, we'll be looking for potential area of redistribution. So want to see price come into this area and then a lower time frame, higher high, higher low, higher high, high break. Then we play the retest. And then we have a 1, 2, 3. Take your profits and then you can extend your final tickets. It's daily groups. All right. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for USD JPY. Possible rejection inside this imbalance. If at all price decides to not respect the imbalance, then price just buys up. Then who knows? Maybe this high is going to be the target, like or maybe it's imbalance. Do not take imbalance for granted. So that's for USD JPY. Structure is bearish, so I'm going to be bearish, but the price action is saying something else. Then I'm going to change my bias. But now I want to see the liquidity can dance and get captured. Yeah, but then if this is coming down, that means okay, no, it's not the same because dollar bought and then USD JPY came down. So this was JPY effect, right? Because dollar was going up this week, USD JPY is going down. So it's not supposed to be so. But then JPY was pretty strong. So now the next one, AUD JPY. about the same thing, right? So ADJPY, we do have weekly highs up here, just chilling. And then same thing, JPY effects last week just dumped the price to the downside. And then in terms of the weekly range, we have this high, we have this low, and we have this high. So weekly range is all the way down here, all the way up here. Going down to the daily time frame. Daily time frame, I remember falling out of entry on 1 hour. But like I said, I wasn't even available. Wasn't on the chart this week. But yes, I remember I wanted to take a buy from here all the way to the upside. So there was, from what I'm seeing, this price coming down here and took out the liquidity and then going back up. Is there a lower time frame play? Let me see. We had a 5 minutes. See, price came all the way, give us a slow, lower high, lower low, and then we had what this. Immediately price took out the liquidity, we had some accumulation in this area, low, high, low, and price block structure, came back to retest this institutional cube, and then we had a play up. But then this really would not have even given a 1 to 3. So this probably would have ended up in a loss at the beginning of this trade. Entry here, stop loss. Yeah, and 1 to 3 would have been minimum, but this was just like a 1 to 2 trade. But it's a trade spot free, got the like take 1 to 2 profits. Me, I have a principle of 1 to 3. So for hey the JPY, going back to the daily time frame now. So daily time frame, what do we have? Price really sold off, and we had this high, low, high, and just dumped to the downside. We even have a daily break structure. And okay, so if UJ goes down, most likely the JPY will go down. But I'm going to be more positive on taking this trade when prices starts to go up after this highs. For ADJPY, it might come down, but I'm not going to come, not accept all of these lows. But there's not really a trade idea for ADJPY. I'm just going to have it added. So when it's time, I can definitely see it. So let's just take it up for now. Okay. And then next one, GBP HUD. So GBP HUD also, I was calling for lower pricing. This is Friday, a Thursday, Wednesday, then we have a Tuesday, Monday. So Monday we took out the liquidity in price. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we had the liquidity marked out, and then price rallied all the way to the downside, took out liquidity, went all the way back upside, and now it's down. So GBP AUD has been consolidating. It's back inside the consolidation box. So let's see what happens. Let's wait to see what happens for GBP AUD. But then I'm still very positive. We're going to take out the swing. Doesn't matter how long, as long as we have not closed above this, but this is a lower low, lower high, potentially not greater than minimum one. They're still consolidating heavily. Let's keep an eye on that. The UK 100 price still giving us the bullish momentum, high, low, high, low, high, high. So now we've finally gotten, we are not there yet, to the upper imbalance. So I think we're still going to push a little bit higher, and I'm going to be interested to see what happens in this area. Because already this is giving us that retail lag patterns like this, right? And then, I mean, we all know this stuff right now. So we all did it. So we have this flag. Yes, so we have this bearish flag. And when there's a bearish flag signifies that sell-off is coming. Should be on the lookout for sellers. So if retail is going to be in line with spot market this time, definitely when it hits this upper area, should sell off and then break and then continue to give us a heavy sell down. That's what the bearish flag taught us. That's what we so that's what the bearish flag is saying. The price is going to do. Smart money from the smart money standpoint, I'm also seeing it's going down. So Let's see what's going to happen over time. Okay, that's for UK 100, and then for AUD CAD also the daily highs, the liquidities have not been swept, so we still have opportunities to look for high pricing, even though the structure now is bearish, high, low, high, and then it's pretty strong. So let's just wait. It could be institutions might want to come for imbalance, give us more premium, more discount agent for prices to go up. So just chill out, prices still in between. I'm not going to take any trade there. And for Euro AUD, this one very perfect, very amazing. Still have a daily low, daily highs, institutions are closer to daily lows. So this looks like it's going to be very, very good targets. Then let's go down to 4 hours where we have K price versus low high. So now it's seen a very interesting price actually. So on 1 hour we have uh, just going to stick to the daily for now. And then keep looking at price. Okay, and then the monitoring price. From Monday we have a very stable prices beginning to come closer to the liquidity. I'm going to be looking for opportunities. So lower time frame, take this backward side. Euro AUD, quick bearish, could end the week bullish, but I would love to see take out this. So, now for Euro boom, liquidity sweep. Since taking out the liquidity, very little, not by much, but taking out the liquidity. So, I mean, liquidities like this, they eventually will come back later and take it out very big margin. Then so far, taking out, it could go up, could come down. I'm not interested in this trade anymore. I've been calling out this Eurocheck for you for a very long time now. I've been calling it out Eurocheck sell, Eurocheck sell, Eurocheck sell. Finally, sold down to that. For time being now, Eurocheck is not in my radar anymore. Euro NZD, same thing. This took out the liquidity, boom, swept, and price. So for Euro NZD, not on my radar anymore. And GBP CAD on a weekly time frame. We have this daily highs, weekly highs. Institutions, they're close to taking out this liquidity here. Price is bearish, like I said, but then we've been having some bullish momentum. So price is bearish is supposed to sell down. Instead, it's giving us higher pricing followed by higher pricing. And then we have Thursday prices sell off, probably into this imbalance. And I'm just going to be open to see what's going to happen in this game. Okay. I'm going to be open to see what's going to happen in this area. And then if we can get some higher pricing on lower time frame, it's going to make sense. That means they're calling it this as basic. So for gold, gold, there was really nothing here for me again. Weekly highs have been swept, all-time highs, lows have been swept. That's it. Done. For gold, it's nothing. Then CAD JPY on the weekly time frame. So I remember calling out to buy CAD JPY, very amazing trade. But I knew it was going to go this high. Was I even in? No, I'm not sure I was in. I didn't even take the trade. Remember, it was an imbalance. It lines up with the demand supply. It came down there, but down. I think I got in, but then the move down took me out, and then the price started to really go up daily highs. Now I'm bringing to your attention the presence of liquidity down there. So we do have daily lows here. That's the liquidity, right? So just like we have for USD JPY in balance, so possible lower pricing. CAD JPY also have an imbalance, but possible lower pricing. So CAD JPY will go down. Then looking at this imbalance, but possible rejection in the downside. Keep an eye on this asset we called out. So far now we have USD JPY, GBP AUD, UK 100, AUD CAD, AUD, GBP CAD, and CAD JPY. as I have said, I'm going to be looking at this week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and then dollar, euro, observing. So that's going to happen, right? So it's going to be hard for me. You have an amazing trading week. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Bye bye.